So, what did you think of that? That was my video, and it's part of a series of videos that I'm going to be doing. It's the first one in a challenge of make a little cinematic video every week. This week I was testing out the A7S III, and basically it was a test shoot in a local park near me, and I want to make a couple of important points about the video I just made. Number one was that it was a massive effort. It was, yeah, it was a bit of a struggle. I've definitely felt like a big resistance. Even when I was in the park, I was just kind of filming stuff and thinking like, this is lame, what am I filming? Just filming a building, filming a tree, filming some ducks. But I just kept going and I was trying to make the best of it. And I must have been filming for maximum 1.5 hours, right? That video took about 1.5 hours of filming, and it wasn't intensive filming. I was taking breaks and blah, blah, blah. In one evening, basically. And then when I took everything back into the editing, looking through the footage, nothing inspired me that much. I got some quite nice shots, some of them. So that was also a bit of a struggle. I was editing through this video thinking, oh, I've got to make something out of this. But then towards the end, I think it was more or less when I chose the song, and then with the song, some of the shots somehow kind of came to life. And especially with the sound design, when I put all these sound effects in, I felt like I definitely did manage to create a mood and a piece that was worth watching. I don't think it's the best thing I've ever made, but it did take me 1.5 hours to film. So overall, I'm quite happy with it. And it's quite a strangely rewarding feeling, like making something like completely from nothing. It was literally like, I don't know what I'm gonna make, I'm with my camera, film stuff, see what happens. And it was a grind, but I made something worth watching, and well, hopefully worth watching. And I hope that it made your day better somehow, just watching that video. So, the second thing was that it was filmed exclusively with a 50mm lens. Usually I go out with a zoom lens, a 24-70. That's kind of been my standard lens forever. And I decided to go out with a 50 because it's way smaller, so it's kind of like less footprint as a camera. And also I do enjoy filming on a 50mm because it makes things even more challenging. So it doesn't, you have to physically move closer or go further away if you want to get a shot. You can't just zoom in. You can't play with different focal lengths. You can't get a nice wide shot to vary things up. Everything's the same 50mm. So that was an interesting challenge, and it's something I have recommended in the past and would recommend as well, is that you just put some kind of creative constraint on yourself when you go out filming, and it usually makes things slightly more interesting and takes a little bit of pressure off yourself as well. If I had just gone out and taken all of my gear with me and given myself a whole 2 days and then made something I wasn't quite happy with, I think I would have probably not even put it out there, to be honest, because I would have just been like, I tried my hardest and this is the result. This doesn't represent me as a filmmaker. However, if it's a challenge and I'm like, right, I'm filming this in 2 hours and I'm stuck with a 50mm, then I'm like, you know what, given all of the constraints, this is actually all right. All right, so finally, what did I learn from this experience? What did I learn from making this video? I learned a couple of things. I got a couple of the fundamentals, a couple of the basic technical things wrong, which I'm really frustrated at myself with, and I won't do it next time. One of them was I left the camera stabilization on in the camera, and I knew, especially the style I was filming, which was mostly handheld, I knew that I was going to do a lot of stabilization in the editing. When you have your in-camera stabilization on, it's actually harder to stabilize stuff in the editing, especially using this software called Catalyst, which works specifically with Sony cameras, that's like advanced stabilization. It just doesn't work at all with inbuilt camera stabilization. So you might notice some of the shots have these kind of jitters that are slightly unpleasant, and I think personally the movement just looks quite inorganic, and I really don't like that. I like kind of organic, analog feeling stuff. So it's a little bit digitally for my liking in terms of movement. Also, the colors. I'm not happy with the colors in this video. I don't know, I think it was something to do with me using auto white balance. Next time I'm going to film in S-Log 3, have a lot more control and pay a bit more attention to white balance, so hopefully that will actually save me some frustration in the editing by putting a little bit more effort in when I'm filming. And the third and final thing, I feel like I could have slowed down a bit. I feel like because I was kind of anxious about getting something done, I kind of was just filming without really slowing down and thinking about it too much. Wish I would have paid attention to my own advice a bit more and just observed a bit more, slowed down, maybe really just thought about the composition on a couple of shots, really tried to get the best stuff, and maybe got less shots overall because of that, but some really nice shots. That's what I've learned. I'm going to be applying those lessons next week, and hopefully we'll make something better. Oh shit! Look, I got my own face on my t-shirt. Look at that. This is my merch that is out right now. It's a limited edition drop of merch, so May the 28th, I believe, is when it is all shutting down. You won't be able to get access to this ever again. So here it is, the merch, good in a new way. If you pick up a t-shirt in the link below, you will be massively supporting me and my music journey. Also, here's another t-shirt, No More Fear. After my single, No More Fear. And it really means a lot to me, everyone who's bought so far, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. For those of you who are supporting my music, it means a lot. Plus, you'll be getting an awesome fitting, super soft t-shirt, hoodie, or jumper. There's a few different options and a few different colors in that link below. Keep filming, doing creative things. See ya, bye.